Embracing the learning journey. Building stronger client relationships. Every digital marketing professional has experienced that moment of doubt, wondering if clients will discover you're still learning. This fear, often known as imposter syndrome, affects nearly 70% of people during their careers. But here's a perspective shift that could change everything. What if this ongoing learning journey could become your greatest strength? Today, I want to share how transparency about your growth process can actually enhance client relationships, establish trust, and position you as a forward-thinking partner rather than undermining your credibility. In an industry that evolves as rapidly as digital marketing, the ability to learn and adapt isn't just valuable, it's essential. Let's explore how to transform what many see as a weakness into your greatest competitive advantage. Understanding imposter syndrome in digital marketing. Let's start by understanding what we're really dealing with when we talk about imposter syndrome in our industry. First, it's completely normal. Nearly 70% of professionals experience feelings of inadequacy during their careers. These feelings often intensify during growth phases or when learning new skills. If you felt this way, you're not alone. You're part of the majority. Second, no one knows everything. Here's the truth about our industry. Success in digital marketing isn't about encyclopedic knowledge. It's about resourcefulness, adaptability, and continuous learning in a rapidly evolving landscape. The platforms change, the algorithms update, the best practices evolve. Nobody can know it all. Third, reframe your thinking. Instead of viewing yourself as inexperienced, focus on your ability to grow. Clients value professionals who actively improve over those who remain stagnant. Your willingness to learn and adapt is actually what makes you valuable. The digital marketing landscape changes so quickly that what worked 6 months ago might be outdated today. In this environment, being a continuous learner isn't a weakness. It's exactly what clients need. Client expectations versus reality. Let's address the elephant in the room: what clients actually want versus what we think they expect. On the left, we have what clients actually want: results and problem solving, transparency and honesty, adaptability to changing needs, evidence-based recommendations, and regular communication. Notice what's not on this list: perfection or omniscience. On the right, we see common misconceptions. Many marketers believe clients expect perfection and complete expertise across all platforms and strategies. In reality, clients understand that digital marketing evolves constantly and value professionals who can navigate this changing landscape. Even seasoned marketers regularly research new approaches, tools, and techniques. The difference lies in how confidently you present your knowledge and recommendations. Here's what I want you to understand. Your clients don't expect you to be a walking encyclopedia of every digital marketing tactic ever invented. They expect you to be resourceful, honest, and committed to getting them results. Those are very different things. Managing client relationships while learning. Now let's talk about practical strategies for maintaining strong client relationships while you're actively learning and growing. Be transparent yet professional. Build trust through honesty without undermining confidence. Frame your knowledge like this: this is an area I've been deeply researching lately, and I'm confident in delivering the results you're looking for. This shows both competence and continuous improvement. Leverage data and analytics. Let numbers speak for you. Using analytics, case studies, and industry benchmarks demonstrates professionalism and builds client confidence in your recommendations. When you back up your strategies with solid data, your experience level becomes less relevant than your results. Utilize professional tools. Programs like Google Analytics, SEMrush, and HubSpot can simplify your learning curve while showcasing your commitment to using industry-standard resources. These tools also provide the data and insights that support your recommendations. Build a support network. Develop relationships with other professionals who can provide guidance when needed. A strong network ensures you have backup for complex challenges. Don't try to go it alone. Even the most experienced professionals rely on their networks. Remember, the goal isn't to pretend you know everything. It's to demonstrate that you have the resources and commitment to deliver excellent results. Why learning is your competitive advantage. Here's where we flip the script completely. Your commitment to learning isn't a weakness. It's your greatest competitive advantage. Staying relevant. Marketing strategies from just a year ago may already be outdated. Your commitment to ongoing education prepares you for the constantly shifting landscape of digital marketing, keeping your skills fresh and applicable. While others rely on outdated tactics, you're ahead of the curve. Enhanced problem solving. Each new skill or concept you master adds another tool to your problem-solving toolkit. This expanded knowledge base enables you to approach client challenges from multiple angles, often finding innovative solutions. The broader your knowledge base, the more creative your solutions can be. Client respect. Clients appreciate professionals who bring fresh ideas to the table. Sharing insights about emerging trends or new techniques positions you as a valuable, forward-thinking resource rather than just a service provider. You become a strategic partner, not just someone who executes tasks. When you embrace learning as part of your professional identity, you transform from someone trying to hide knowledge gaps into someone who actively seeks the best solutions for your clients. Strategies to overcome imposter syndrome. Let me give you 4 concrete strategies to overcome those imposter syndrome feelings and build genuine confidence. Document your wins. Create a brag list of successful client outcomes, problems solved, or positive feedback received. Review this list when doubt creeps in to remind yourself of your capabilities and impact. We tend to forget our successes and remember our struggles. Having this documented evidence changes that pattern. Seek mentorship. Connect with experienced professionals through LinkedIn, industry events, or marketing communities. A mentor can provide perspective, shortcuts, and reassurance about your professional journey. They can also help you see that everyone started somewhere and faced similar challenges. Reframe failures. View unsuccessful campaigns as valuable learning opportunities. Document what worked, what didn't, and how you'll adapt in the future. This analytical approach transforms setbacks into professional growth. Every failure becomes data that makes you better. Invest in development. Dedicate time to structured learning through courses from HubSpot Academy, Google Digital Garage, or industry webinars. Formal education builds both skills and confidence. The more you invest in your development, the more confident you'll feel about your abilities. These aren't just feel-good strategies, they're practical steps that build real competence and confidence. Handling client questions about your expertise. Eventually, you'll face clients who question your approach or expertise. Here's how to handle those conversations professionally and confidently. When challenged, stay calm. Remember that questions about your approach don't necessarily indicate doubt about your abilities. Clients often simply need reassurance or additional information. Don't take it personally. Treat it as an opportunity to demonstrate your professionalism. Demonstrate logical reasoning. Explain your recommendations with clear rationale. The strategy we're proposing is based on these specific results from similar campaigns. Here's why I believe this approach will succeed for your goals. Logic and evidence trump credentials every time. Provide social proof. Share case studies, testimonials, or industry benchmarks that support your recommendations. External validation helps build confidence in your expertise. When others have succeeded with similar approaches, It reinforces your credibility. Invite feedback. End difficult conversations by asking, "What additional information would reassure you about this approach?" This question shows confidence while demonstrating your commitment to client satisfaction. It also helps you understand their specific concerns so you can address them directly. Remember that transparency builds trust. Most clients appreciate professionals who communicate clearly rather than hiding behind jargon or vague promises. The power of learning-focused communication. Finally, let's talk about how to turn your learning journey into a communication advantage that strengthens client relationships. Building partnerships. When clients understand your learning process, it transforms the relationship from vendor-client to true partnership. Sharing insights from your ongoing education creates collaborative opportunities and deeper engagement. You become a trusted advisor who brings fresh perspectives. Setting expectations. Clear, honest communication about your process and timeline creates a foundation of trust. Clients appreciate knowing what to expect and how you'll approach challenges that arise during projects. This transparency prevents misunderstandings and builds confidence. Enhancing credibility. Counterintuitively, acknowledging areas where you're still developing actually builds credibility. Clients respect professionals who are forthright and solution-focused rather than defensive about knowledge gaps. It shows self-awareness and commitment to excellence. Demonstrating growth. The greatest professionals are lifelong students. By owning your learning journey and applying what you know effectively, you'll gain not only client trust but also the confidence to embrace continuous development. This becomes a virtuous cycle of improvement and success. Remember, your commitment to growth isn't a weakness. It's your greatest strength in an industry that never stops evolving. The most successful digital marketers aren't those who pretend to know everything. They're the ones who never stop learning, adapting, and growing. Embrace your learning journey, communicate it effectively, and watch as it becomes the foundation of stronger, more trusting client relationships. Your clients don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be committed, transparent, and continuously improving. And that's exactly what you are. Our confidence challenge will set you up with the right tools to meet any challenges with your customers. The link is in the description.